Hi everyone, my name is Mary Beth. Welcome to my channel. So today we're going to find out what we need to know on our twin flame journey. And today we're going to use the Osho Zen Tarot to find out. So we're going to do three cards. What do we need to know on our twin flame journey for the collective? Three cards, please. Three cards. What do we need to know on our twin flame journeys? Three cards. What do we need to know on our twin flame journey? Three cards, please. Three cards. What do we need to know on our twin flame journeys? For the collective, for my viewers, for anyone who watches. And this is not time sensitive. Whenever you click on this channel, it's the right time for you. Three cards. Three cards. What do we need to know on our twin flame journey? Okay, interesting. So we have schizophrenia reversed, along with receptivity upright, along with the burden reversed. That's so interesting. So we have schizophrenia. So let's talk about this card. So we have this person suspended between worlds. Well, they're asking you to not feel they're asking you not to look at it as being schizophrenic, okay? So this is where you're supposed to be, right? Like you're supposed to be suspended between two worlds. You are in the middle of change on your twin flame journey. You are supposed to feel chaotic. You're supposed to feel like you are moving from one edge to another. Like you're still in this world, but you're like, but I'm dabbling in this world. Like I'm starting to take a dive over here. I got my my finger in this world, and I got my big toe in this world. But I'm kind of suspended. I'm kind of stuck. I'm kind of in between. I'm not quite out of this matrixy world, but I'm not quite in this new template of a world either. And what is the new template, right? So this could be the age of the Aquarius, right? Age of Aquarius, where it's more of a soul-directed world, right? Versus the matrix world, the age of the Piscean, where you kind of go towards others to identify self. And now you're kind of going within to identify self, okay? And so don't worry. Don't see yourself as schizophrenic. Don't see yourself as someone, because look, you're not going to fall. See, that's why this is reversed. See, the clouds are above you. There's nowhere to fall. You're right there. You're not falling. You're not in danger. The world's got you. Yeah, don't worry about it. And like I said, and really, if you think about it, everyone's going through this. Everyone's going through some kind of upheaval. In this change, everyone's going through a change. Don't worry, it's an uptick. It's for the better. It's change is a little chaotic. That's just the way it is. That's just the way Earth works. You chose to learn on Earth, and Earth shakes things up a bit. Okay, the next one is receptivity. Looks like the divine feminine, doesn't it? You see her in the background with this beautiful lotus flower. Her arms are wide open, and she's got the lotus flower right there. I think, is that her third eye? Yeah, I would say her third eye. And it says receptivity. And so, as you know, on the twin flame journey, your job is to feel and accept and receive. Okay. And what does that mean? So, when you start receiving the information, really accept it, be grateful for it. And anytime you receive something, just be really grateful for it instead of pushing it away, or instead of ignoring it or saying, yeah, this is not a gift. Like really feeling that everything is a gift. The present is a present, and it's a gift, and you feel like it's such, and you're like, well, how do I do that when everything is so like this? Like, how could I possibly feel like everything's a gift? How could I possibly feel like this when I'm like this, right? My life's been turned upside down. I'm suspended between worlds. I'm not here nor there. I'm going crazy. Well, the answer is energy work. So that's how I did it. It's really clearing the past. It's really doing the inner child work, okay? You really do start to feel like this the more you clear your trapped emotions. Because really, it's your soul that's making you feel so schizophrenic. It's your soul's way of communicating, and your soul's trying to heal. But if the soul's so mucked up in all those lower vibrational energies, you got to clean out those mucked up energies. And there's so many ways to do it. You can just look it up. Clear out the chakras, the pranic healing. There's, I like emotion code, but there's so many ways to clear. There's sutras, there's meditation, there's yoga, there's tai chi. I mean, there's just different ways, like tracing your meridians. I mean, there's just so many ways to clear out the energy. And there's so many teachers out there that will teach you. Like I'm not even hitting, I mean, tapping. Do you ever hear of the tapping? Reiki. There's just so many different modalities out there, and it's all the same thing, and they all just call it something different. So, it's a bunch of businesses now, right? But it's for free, right? Energy works for free, and once you start really clearing it, then you start to feel this way. That's my biggest advice. And then we have burden reverse. So that's interesting. So normally you would see this and you'd be like, life is a burden and twin flame journey is a burden. And so they're asking you to not see it as a burden. This twin flame journey, they're asking you to have a different perspective. So let me ask that question. So if we're not looking at it as a burden, how should we be looking at the twin flame journey? Or this change, this suspended between two worlds? What should be the perspective? If it's not a burden and it's not making us schizophrenic, how should we be looking at this on the twin flame journey? Interesting. They're saying, well, stop, it's about self-control, but let me get more information on that. Why is control here? Because it didn't say give up control. What do you want to say about control? What is this about? Why is control here? Why? It's almost like that might be causing the schizophrenia, and the burden is the control. Yeah. So we have, they're asking you to stop isolating, to stop icing your own heart, to emotionally connect to self. Because the problem is when you try to be in control all the time, right? Trying to control all the circumstances. What can I do? What can I do to change it? What can I do to force it? How do I make it my way? And what that does is it disconnects you, right? And, you're now emotionally disconnected from your soul, that soul guidance. You're emotionally disconnected from yourself and others. So they're asking you not to isolate, not to feel like you're alone, right? But that's what the control does. The control, it isolates. What they're saying is when you control your life in such a way where you need it to go a certain direction to keep you from going through this change, or when you're trying to stop the change, what happens is you start to disconnect more and more and more and more, and then it just becomes more and more painful. The more you control it, the more painful it gets, and that you start to feel frozen because the soul is no longer able to reach you, because now you've decided, I'm going to control it. I'm not going to let you ruin my life. I'm not going to let you change my life. I'm not going to let you change who I am. And you just become more and more disconnected from the soul, and they're asking you not to do that. Any other words of wisdom on this? One last card on this, on what we need to know on our twin flame journeys, because I know that's a big one, control, and then that's no longer soul directed. Clinging to the, yeah, they're asking you to stop clinging to the past. That's basically it in a nutshell. Please don't cling to the past. Please. The past is no longer. That's living in the ghost lands, right? The ghost lands no longer exist. We're not going back there. The past is gone. Life is different. It's the end of the world as we know it. Right? And that's the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be evolving. Earth is evolving. If we're not evolving with it, we're going backwards, right? We need to evolve, right? And so giving up the control is going to really help you to connect to your soul. And so they're asking you to please, please, please be open to it. Please be open to the change. Please be open to this new world. It's almost like you're hanging on for dear life in the other world. You're hanging on to the past, but they're saying, please let go. We'll catch you. We're going there anyway. It's not gonna, nothing's gonna really stop it from happening. No matter what, we're going in this direction. We can't go backwards. No going back. We're on the journey. There's no going back on this journey. We're almost there. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.